Hey guys, Cam from 15 back at it with another video for you guys. Jumping my co-host, the Red Wolf, and we are back again talking more Demon Slayer Season 4. This is
Hmm.
episode 3. I gotta make sure I'm getting my episodes right because the first episode we've already seen, it's weird.
Yeah,
But another training episode.
it's
We
actually just
shockingly don't get into the Shinobu stuff we thought we were gonna get into after last week. It's a completely different focus episode, actually.
yeah. So they basically just teased us.
Yeah, it sounds like we're probably gonna be. It's gonna be a while till we get to that.
Hmm.
Because it seems like they're setting up next week. Now, this is barring whatever happens next week. It's setting up that Tanjiro is gonna be over at Tokito's place training,
Hmm.
unless they do another bait and switch and like, oh, we'll give you Shinobu stuff now.
Well, they don't do previews like some animes do, so it's gonna be difficult to predict.
Yeah, so we'll definitely have to see what's going to happen. But this episode, it was just mostly Tanjiro training with Tengen. Nice to see the return of Tengen.
Yes, he's Tanjiro is back in action after being healed up, and as we've seen like in the previous episodes, the guys that he's been training, they're not really pulling their own weight as they should much yet.
Yeah, now obviously before we talk about the main part of the episode and things like that, but honestly, this might be a very short episode review because nothing really happens majorly, but we understand the point of what this episode is about. It's basically for these like lower demon slayers to somewhat have the confidence to be able to stand up to other demons and see like, all right, well, if this guy can do it, well then maybe I can actually do it if I work my ass off. But we see how like the Wind Hashira and the Snake Hashira, they were talking before. I guess they end up having a duel, which they don't show, which sucks. Would have loved to see at least a little bit of it. Um, but they were talking about they were talking about the castle. Um,
Mhm.
we find out the Wind Hashira actually tried to go back, but he couldn't access it. And they were just talking about like, okay, it's weird that all these damn demons are here. How are we going to be able to access it? How are we able to get in there and basically stop it? But this might be a key to everything. So they talk about that, and then they also talk about the fact that the other demon slayers that they're training, well, they're not ideal of what they would hope to be.
Mhm. Yeah.
So yeah, so Tengen, it's always good to see Tengen. It's always good to see Tengen. His three wives, of course, it's always great to see his three wives again.
This man wants to be Uzui Tengen for real.
I know that the first funny part of the episode was when that one demon slayer was like, he was so exhausted with the training, and this man Tengen's like, "Get your ass up," and he's like, "Oh, just let it go." So this man, he's working all these demon slayers to the fucking bone, and I'm just like, damn, I like seeing this man come back again because we remember he retired essentially being a demon slayer, but his wives end up hinting that, well, I won't say hinting that he might come back, but he's having like nightmares since leaving. So maybe he feels a little bit guilty about leaving and not participating in fights. Do you
Ye-
think he's coming back in I guess the final season, which I guess it's going to be the next season?
I I don't think so. I don't see any point considering like obviously he lost an arm and an eye, and I mean yes he's still pretty strong even for a former Hashira, but even then I think he'll just be a liability if he were to come back.
Really?
Yes, no offense to Uzui Tengen, I mean obviously, but yeah, I don't think he'd be that much help in like an all out fight with other upper rank demons at this point. Obviously back then he gave it his all and he defeated an upper rank demon with Tanjiro, Zenitsu, Inosuke, and it took all four of them to take it down. But
But you think he can handle like lower demons essentially?
potentially, but I
You don't
but
even
I
think he can handle like a lower demon?
I
I'm
think he
not talking
can.
about like I'm not talking about like any uppers or anything. I'm just talking about like the other typical standard ones we've been seeing as of late.
That's I think he's able to handle some lower ranked demons. I mean, obviously in a whole army of lower ranked demons, but I'm not sure if lower ranked demons are what they're going to be dealing with during this fight.
Okay. I respectfully disagree, but I'm like he has the skills of a shinobu, so I think that can also come to the fact of the play. Now maybe against the upper ranks, I could agree with that, but I think lower ranks, I think he can handle them just fine. But
Mm, well, I think at this point in time, Shinobu is stronger than Uzui Tengen for right now. So
that's debate. Well, we haven't really seen like Shinobu's true depths of her.
no. I mean, before Uzui, I mean, after Uzui Tengen retired, obviously, because now that he has one arm and one eye, and he's all like better grip. But before, I'm pretty sure that we can debate if Uzui Tengen is like up there with the other Hashiras like Shinobu and.
Unless he comes back, I guess we'll see. I still think he's pretty strong, even with one eye missing and one arm missing, but we'll see. We'll see. If he participates in the final season, I guess we'll see. I think they're setting up to where he might come back and might make a triumphant return. Maybe because he feels guilty that he's not helping out, and that's kind of most of the thing that his wife's been saying. He just kind of feels a little bit guilty that he's not able to help out, or he just basically up and left. And he's having nightmares, and they basically asked Tanjiro like, "Hey, please beat Muzan for us." So I guess you could say his spirit can be at rest essentially, so he doesn't have to feel so much guilt. But mostly it was just a training focused episode. You know, you kind of just see like it's just really looking at Tanjiro and then looking at the other demon slayers. You know, he's able to do all this shit. I won't say with ease, but he's able to do it fairly like simply because it's things he's done before in the build up to it. Like when we first saw him in the first few seasons, yeah, this shit training was like hard for him where he's barely getting by.
Yeah. You see how he's built? Like, good lord. I'm sorry.
But now it's like, oh, run up the hill, do this, do that. It's I'll say it's like light work for him, and it's just nice, refreshing the brain, you know, keeping his stamina up and everything type of training. Well, you just have the other demon slayers, they're damn near over on their freaking deathbeds passing the hell out. You know, that was a funny moment. You know, one of the funny moments was like, all right, you got to eat everything here, otherwise if you don't eat everything, well then guess what, you're gonna be doing more training. They're like, wait, we got to eat all of this. And it's funny because there was a moment in the episode where Tanjiro was eating with Tomioka. What was that funny scene?
Oh yeah, he's like I'm not gonna let him beat me in this. Oh my god, I'm so full, but I'm so full and stuff. And then Gyo tells Tanjiro like, so you're saying if I can't beat you in this, I'll have to join the training, right? Then Tanjiro's like, and then Tomioka's like, well, I'm not gonna finish this last one that I have right here. So you can order another one for yourself, and that means you beat me. I'll be right back, guys.
All right, back. Yes. You get a little bit funny of an eating contest right then and there, so I guess now Tomioka is going to be in the training, so there's that. But like I said, you just have it to where these other demon slayers, they're looking at Tanjiro and they're like, how in the blue hell is he doing all this? And they look like he's having so much fun doing it. Oh my god. And then you have it to now, I forgot to mention, there's this also interesting thing. You have two of the demon slayers, I guess, kind of doing like some type of like watch posting out at night. They play like this one dude plays a little prank on him and everything. And then you see an upper rank demon's eye pop out and start to crawl.
It said upper 4. I thought they defeated the upper four, but I guess he somehow survived.
I don't know what this is supposed to mean. I don't. Are we going to be fighting an upper four? Are we going to be fighting upper four again? Are we going to be fighting another upper rank to end off the season?
Either way, those two demon slayers, I think they're dead.
Well, we don't know, but we'll see. Unless he's like spying on the Demon Slayer core to get useful, because they did bring up Nezuko. So maybe it's like Nezuko. I need to follow this guy to find out where they're at, and maybe the demons and Muzan can do a surprise attack on them.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a story point to watch out for, because that was something when I watched the episode, I'm like, why are they doing this? Something bad's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen, but something bad's going to happen. So we'll see. And then the last bit of the episode when the training was Tengen's basically training them also too. Like, hey, you're mostly going to be fighting these demons at night because that's the only time when demons come out. So your eyes got to get adjusted to fighting at night. And basically he's pretending like he's a demon. And basically he tells the other demon slayers, like, try to pick me off and try to find me or whatever. Well, Tanjiro, you basically try to protect everybody, which that's big ask of him to do. But you just see it to where Tengen's just moving so fast, he's just knocking each of one of these guys out with one hit. And the one interesting point, Tanjiro's like, well, geez Louise, this is obviously, we know Tanjiro has a strong sense of smell. But I feel like Tengen's also doing this training for Tanjiro specifically, so he can be able to not rely so much on his smell ability, trying to see the demons move so fast with his eyes. And by that, maybe it can help him in his fighting, because if he can be able to pick up these demons moving at these intense high speeds so fast with his eyes, it's better than just trying to...
It's actually explained here that that's not exactly speed. It's more like his stealth skill, since he's like a shinobi, basically.
But yeah, but still, regardless, it's attributed to some sense of speed.
Yeah. He's fast. Obviously, I'm just saying that specifically is just stealth. But yeah.
So you get a moment where him and Tengen clash. Tengen can clearly see that Tanjiro is definitely stronger than when they last saw each other, and they kind of do a little bit of a clash, and you have the other demon slayers just kind of watching like, whoa, he's able to keep up with a Hashira that's just retired essentially. And then in a way that kind of inspires the other demon slayers, like, well, if he can do it, then shit, maybe I can do that too. And then they start all getting involved, even though they all ended up getting their asses whooped or whatever. Tengen says like, okay, I see some promise in all you guys, so let's just keep up the good work and keep going. And obviously he tells Tanjiro, look, dude, you got nothing else to learn here. Go on to your next station or whatever, which is Tokito's place. And basically the other demons was like, well, don't worry, Tanjiro, we'll train to get stronger and everything. So that's basically it. Tanjiro goes to Tokito's place. Tokito's damn near beat the shit out of half these people, and he's like, Ninja, you would have died 3 times if this was a real fight against a demon. So it's gonna be interesting to see what Tokito can somewhat train Tanjiro on, and things like that. So really nothing else happened this episode, really.
Just your typical training episode, which is gonna extend even further to training episodes.
Oh, yeah. Look, this is a training arc, so we'll see. We will see. But anyways, any other final thoughts about this week's episode?
Just wondering what the next episode is going to be about. Is it going to be about Shinobu, or is the next part of the training?
Yeah, we'll see. Anyways, we're gonna catch you guys in the next video. If you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode of Demon Slayer, and as well as hit the subscribe button if you want to get more Demon Slayer content or any other anime reviews and a little bit of gameplay stuff on my channel. I'll leave a link in the description below for my friend's channel. If you want to subscribe to his channel, he mostly does gameplays on his channel and things like that. I know just yesterday he posted our Dragon Ball Fighter Z matchup where I absolutely get my ass whooped. I get one win though. One win.
He was talking all that shit. Just for him to bite him in the dust. Bite him in the behind. I mean, did I say dust? Heck.
Yes.
that made no sense. Anyways, yeah. Be sure to watch that video and my other videos also, like DNF Duel, which I still feel to this day he'll have a much easier time to play it. But yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not good at 2D fighter games. You know that. Outside of maybe Dragon Ball Budokai 2.
I still kick your butt in that.
Well, I might have to get a second PlayStation controller too to
Yes,
be able to play that, and we'll see.
We'll see.
Too bad we can't stream that game or record that game, whatever.
Maybe they'll find a breakthrough. Who knows?
Well, they did have that Budokai remaster on PS3, but that's only for PS3. They never put it on PS4.
What?
Unless they do one of those things where they make it to where you can play on PlayStation Plus network, where they can be able to bring up certain PlayStation games and be able to play it. But that was a multi-platform game, so who knows?
Just like how I kicked your butt in Dragon Ball Fighters, I get my butt kicked by this one player that plays it. Oh my god! If you guys have seen my most recent DNF Duel video, you've seen how I got washed by a certain Inquisitor player. Oh my god! I know how you feel, Cameron. Anyways, I think that's it, right, guys?
Yep, that's it. Anyways, catch you guys in the next video. So then, guys, peace.